Welcome back to the next session on general insurance. Now let's continue our learning. In this particular session, we'll be understanding and dealing with the concept of remuneration. The learning objectives or takeaways from this particular session are that at the end of session, you will be able to learn or define what do we mean by remuneration, and we will be understanding what are the various different forms or modes or for payment of remuneration, that how remuneration is being paid. Definition of remuneration. What does remuneration mean? Remuneration means any amount, any emoluments, any earnings, sharing or percentage which is being paid to an individual for providing the services. So for providing the services, which means any activity that has been undertaken for delivering a product, delivering a commodity or selling a particular product and commodity. So in this case, what are we doing? We are looking for delivering of a product or selling a particular product. And this particular product is selling an insurance policy. So when an insurance policy is being sold by a particular person who is the official registered agent of an insurance company. Now, as per the norms or the regulatory agencies, that is IRDAI, a particular person can be appointed as an insurance broker, as an insurance agent or a corporate agent for selling the insurance agent or the insurance policy. And when these particular policies are being sold by the agents or brokers or the commission agents, we pay a certain sum of money to those people. And the amount or the money that is being paid by to these people is called as a remuneration. And hence, the remuneration must be paid to the registered brokers or the registered persons only. The amount also is being paid for rendering of services. Now, when we say that we have purchased a product, and in that particular case, this product can be made applicable for the transportation. That is, you purchase a policy for automotive car, for a vehicle, for a two-wheeler, for a four-wheeler, and so on. So it is applicable for a product. But in case in a different of in terms of services, it is, for example, a health service. Now, for rendering of health services, that is, you take a treatment at an hospital. Now, this particular treatment at an hospital and the bill that has been reimbursed by the insurance company comes under the purview or the perspectives of rendering of the services. So, the services that have been provided by an hospital, the services that have been rendered by a life insurance company, such type of services are also being paid or also being compensated. And hence, there is a concept of remuneration. The amount which is being paid by the individual person, which is being paid by to an individual person by an insurance company, is called as an amount of remuneration. And this particular amount of remuneration may be either the earnings, emoluments, a particular portion or a certain percentage out of the profits or out of the sale proceeds that an individual person has been undertaking. Now, for what remuneration is being paid for? The remuneration is being paid for conducting a transaction or the business at par level. That is the different modes we'll be looking into. It can be paid for premium. It can be also paid for a discount. It can be also paid for a knowledge. It can be also paid for the ability or the skills that an individual performs. So based on the different transactions, different modes, different services that you are performing, the remuneration can be paid to an individual. And that particular individual should be an official registered agent of the organization. Now let's look at the example of each and every individual component in detail. First thing, we'll look at the concept of par. The concept of par applies for a concern wherein the payment or selling of a product is being done as per the terms and conditions of the contract. Here in this case, now I'll give you an example. That is, if a particular person sells a policy which was been designed for or designated for rupees 1000. Now, a product or a service which has been sold for rupees 1000 of the insurance policy, and the respective consumer or the insurance service taker has paid rupees 1000. So, the price or the cost of the policy was 1000 and the customer or the insurance service taker has also paid, that is, the insured person has also paid rupees 1000. So, here in this case, it is an example of par. That is, it is an equal basis. The another example that we can have is you may earn a certain policy at premium. So remuneration that can be earned in excess to the amount. So payment in excess to the agreed terms and conditions is also called as a premium level. Now let's take an example. For example, a particular person has taken an insurance policy for rupees 1000, but whereas in case a certain services or additional services needed to be rendered for that particular concern, the person pays an amount of rupees 1100, that is 1100. So here in this case, the agreed terms and conditions, the agreed amount was rupees 1000, but additionally the person is paying 100 rupees in extra. So here in this case, the 100 rupees will be a premium to a particular individual, to a particular insurance agent who is receiving the amount of remuneration. And lastly, the third type or the example we have is the example of discount for payment in less as per the agreed in terms and conditions. Now here in this case, if the quantity, quality or the amount that you are receiving for is in a bulk or is in a wholesale concern. Now here in this case, what the insurance company can do, the insurance company can provide a certain discount. So receiving the amount less as what is being expected as per the terms and conditions, such type of condition is called payment in terms of discount. Continuing with the earlier example, if the standard terms and policy or the norms of the policy is rupees 1000, but the customer or the insured person pays you 900 rupees. So here in this case, the 100 rupee that is being paid less or which is being paid in not a proper concern as per the terms and conditions comes under the category of discount. So here in this case, the remuneration that will be paid to a particular person will be discounted and it will be deducted or reduced from the payment terms and conditions. Now let's look at the various agencies that have been involved in the concern of remuneration. The first prime agency or the regulatory authority at this particular stage is IRDAI, that is Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. The another agency that has been involved in payment of remuneration to an insurance broker, to an insurance agent is the insurance company itself. So the insurance agent or the insurance broker receives a certain sum of money from the insurance company. That is, the remuneration is being paid by the insurance company to insurance agent, and hence the insurance company is also the participant and the components of the remuneration that is being paid. A mediator. A mediator is a particular person who acts as a link between the insurance company and the insurance agent or the insurance broker. So, a certain proportion or a certain margin, which is either in terms of a par, premium or discount, can be set by the mediator, and accordingly, the payment of remuneration can be done to the insurance broker or to the insurance agent. A mediator or the agency involved can be the insured and the insurer. So a particular person may act as a mediator or act as a link between the insured person and the insuring person, that is the insuring company, and accordingly the remuneration percentage or the amount can be decided by those two parties. And lastly, we have the corporate agents. So the corporate agents which act as a registered firm or the registered agencies, which are either corporations, NGOs, companies, they also can act as an agencies for making the payment in terms of remuneration for the insured person. Now, what amount of payments are being made to the insurance company? In terms of insurance agents or the remuneration, broker is being paid by the insurance company. So, whatever the amount that is being paid by the insurance company to the insurance broker or to the insurance agent is called as remuneration. So, a broker receives a remuneration. Depending upon the agreed terms and conditions, the amount that is being so decided, it is always paid by either RTGS or NEFT, which has been directly transferred to the individual account of that particular person. Now, who is that particular person? The registered agent or the broker of that particular company, and accordingly, as per the terms and conditions, whether it is at par, premium or discount, depending on the knowledge, skill and ability that an individual he has applied, the amount of remuneration it is been set, and the amount so claimed by that particular person is being remitted to the respective bank account, and the remittance of the bank account can be done either by RTGS or NEFT, which is an mode of payment through an online mode. Many a times it has been based on a certain percentage as decided by the business. In most of the cases, the percentage of the agency or the percentage of remuneration is been pre-decided, and as per the pre-decided terms and conditions of the contract, the amount of remuneration is being paid to the insurance agent. And hence there is a proper contract between the insurance company and the insurance agent, and that particular company pays a certain sum of money to the insurance agent. So these are the various modes of the payments wherein you can see the payment can be made across the globe. A person situated in US can make the payment in India. A person situated in India can make a payment in China or Russia or Australia, and so on. So there is a proper global connectivity, and hence from remote location to the exterior locations or the interior locations, the payment can be immediately transferred from one location to another location. Now let's summarize what we have learned at this particular stage. In this particular session, we have learned what is the concept of remuneration, that what do we mean by remuneration and why remuneration is being paid by the insurance company to the insurance broker or to the insurance agent. Next thing we have dealt with, what are the various different types of remuneration that an individual company or the insurance company is paying to its agents or to its brokers. Those particular different types are at par, premium, discount, applicability of knowledge, skill and ability. And lastly, we have seen what are the various agencies that have been involved in making the payment for the insurance agent. And hence, this particular chapter concludes. Thank you everyone for your patience listening. I hope you must have enjoyed the learning. Thank you.